Ever wondered what you can and can't do in Norway, the land of the midnight sun? Welcome to Norway, a country of breathtaking fjords, pristine forests, and vibrant cities. Nestled in the northern part of the globe, this Scandinavian gem is a paradise for nature enthusiasts and culture lovers alike. Norway's unique geographical location gifts it with some of the most spectacular natural phenomena on Earth, such as the mesmerizing northern lights and the enigmatic midnight sun. The midnight sun, a natural spectacle where the sun doesn't set for weeks or even months, is a sight to behold. This perpetual daylight is a result of Norway's position above the Arctic Circle. From late May to late July, the sun never completely dips below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of pink and gold all through the night. This phenomenon not only gives Norway its nickname, the Land of the Midnight Sun, but also shapes the country's unique lifestyle and culture. Norwegian culture, deeply rooted in its history and geography, is a rich tapestry woven with threads of Viking heritage, Sami traditions, and modern Nordic influences. Norwegians are known for their love of the outdoors, their commitment to sustainability, and their warm hospitality. The country's cities, such as Oslo, Bergen, and Trondheim, offer a harmonious blend of historical landmarks, contemporary architecture, and bustling food scenes. Yet Norway's true allure lies beyond its cities, in the grandeur of its natural landscapes. From the towering cliffs of the fjords to the icy plains of the Arctic, Norway's diverse environments offer endless opportunities for adventure and exploration. Whether you're hiking through the lush forests, sailing along the rugged coastlines, or skiing down the snowy slopes, you're sure to be captivated by the country's stunning beauty. But before you pack your bags, let's delve into the do's and don'ts of visiting Norway. There's much to learn about this fascinating country, from respecting its environment, understanding the right to roam, and getting familiar with Norwegian etiquette and laws. So buckle up and get ready for an exciting journey into the heart of the land of the midnight sun. First, let's talk about respecting the environment. Norway, often referred to as the land of the midnight sun, is a paradise for nature lovers. Its breathtaking fjords, towering mountains, and lush forests are a testament to the country's commitment to preserving its natural beauty. But this isn't a task for the government alone. It's a collective responsibility that falls equally on the shoulders of locals and visitors alike. In Norway, the environment isn't just a backdrop to daily life, it's an integral part of it. The Norwegians have a deep-rooted appreciation for nature, which is reflected in their practices and lifestyle. They believe in the concept of leave no trace, which means you should always leave a place the way you found it. Whether you're hiking in the mountains or picnicking by a fjord, always remember to take your trash with you. It's not just about cleanliness. It's about respecting the environment and ensuring its preservation for future generations. But respect doesn't stop at cleanliness. It extends to the inhabitants of these natural environments as well. Norway is home to a wealth of wildlife, from majestic elks and reindeers to a plethora of bird species. However, it's crucial to remember that we're visitors in their home. When encountering wildlife, maintain a safe distance and never feed or disturb them. It's about fostering a harmonious coexistence with nature, where we appreciate its beauty without disrupting its balance. And it's not just about the big actions, even the smallest gestures can make a difference. Opt for reusable water bottles instead of single-use plastics. Choose eco-friendly accommodations. Use public transport or cycle instead of driving. Every action, no matter how small, contributes to a larger goal, a sustainable and preserved natural environment. In Norway, nature isn't just scenery, it's a way of life. It's a mindset that values preservation over exploitation and respect over convenience. It's about understanding that we're not separate from nature, but a part of it. And as part of nature, it's our duty to protect and preserve it. So the next time you find yourself marveling at Norway's natural beauty, remember to leave it as you found it. Because in Norway, respecting the environment isn't just a courtesy, it's a way of life. Remember, in Norway, nature isn't just scenery, it's a way of life. Have you heard about the right to roam? This right, known as allemannsretten in Norway, is a traditional concept that grants everyone the freedom to enjoy the great outdoors. But what does it really mean, and how does it work? Let's delve into it. The right to roam is a principle deeply rooted in Norwegian culture. It is more than just a law. It's a way of life that encourages people to explore nature and appreciate its beauty. It's a testament to Norway's commitment to maintaining a healthy balance between human activity and environmental preservation. The term allemannsretten directly translates to every man's right, and it allows people to freely access uncultivated land, whether it's a forest, mountain, or coastline. You can hike, camp, and forage for wild berries and mushrooms regardless of who owns the land. However, like any right, allemannsretten also comes with certain responsibilities. While you're free to roam, you're also expected to respect the natural environment and ensure that your actions don't disturb the wildlife or damage the vegetation. Camping, for instance, is allowed for up to 2 nights in the same spot, but you must set up your tent at least 150 feet away from the nearest inhabited house or cabin, and of course leave no trace behind. Whatever you bring with you into the wilderness, you must take back out. Fires are generally allowed, but only with extreme caution and completely prohibited in woodland areas from April to September due to the risk of forest fires. The right to roam doesn't extend to cultivated land or fenced areas. You can't just wander into someone's garden or a cultivated field. It's all about balance, respecting the rights of landowners and maintaining the integrity of nature. So the next time you find yourself in Norway, remember, you're free to explore the stunning landscapes, camp under the northern lights, or take a stroll through the dense forests. But always remember to tread lightly, respect the land, and adhere to the rules. So roam freely but responsibly. Next up, Norwegian etiquettes. As we journey through the cultural nuances of Norway, let's delve into the realm of social norms that are deeply ingrained into the Norwegian way of life. These customs may seem subtle, but they play a significant role in the day-to-day interactions in this Scandinavian nation. Firstly, punctuality is highly valued in Norway. Whether it's a business meeting or a casual dinner, turning up on time is a testament to your respect for other people's time. Being late might be considered rude, and it's a faux pas you'd want to avoid. So, when you're in Norway, it's always better to be a little early than a little late. Now let's talk about personal space. Norwegians are known for their love of personal space, and it's a practice they uphold with high regard. When interacting with Norwegians, remember to respect their personal bubble. Avoid unnecessary physical contact and maintain a comfortable distance during conversations. This isn't indicative of a cold demeanor, but rather a cultural norm rooted in respect and comfort. Moving on to the dining scene in Norway, there's one thing you should know about tipping. While it's not a mandatory practice, tipping is appreciated as a gesture of satisfaction with the service provided. In restaurants, it's common to leave a tip of around 10% if you're pleased with the service. Also, remember to say "takk for maten" or "thanks for the food" after a meal, as it's a customary way to show appreciation for the meal. In essence, Norwegian etiquettes revolve around respect. Respect for time, respect for personal space, and respect for service. These social norms might seem different, but that's the beauty of exploring new cultures. So when you find yourself in the midst of these beautiful fjords and northern lights, remember these etiquettes. And as the saying goes, when in Norway, do as the Norwegians do. It's also essential to be aware of some Norwegian laws. Diving right in, let's talk about drone usage. Norway's breathtaking landscapes and stunning fjords are tempting for drone enthusiasts. But take note, there are specific regulations to follow. You must keep your drone within sight at all times and not fly higher than 120 meters. Also, you must respect privacy and avoid flying over crowded areas or near airports. It's always wise to check the Civil Aviation Authority's latest guidelines on drone usage before you take flight. Now, moving on to alcohol laws. Norway has strict rules about alcohol. The legal drinking age for beer and wine is 18, and for spirits, it's 21. But remember, public intoxication is frowned upon and could lead to a fine or even arrest. Also, alcohol sales stop at 8 p.m. on weekdays and 6 p.m. on Saturdays. On Sundays, you're out of luck. No alcohol sales at all. Now, let's address wild camping. Norway boasts a unique right known as allemannsretten, or the right to roam. This law allows anyone to camp in uncultivated land for up to 2 days without the landowner's permission. But there are restrictions. You must maintain a respectable distance from houses and avoid camping in national parks and nature reserves without explicit permission. Finally, remember that Norway has a zero-tolerance policy for driving under the influence. The legal blood alcohol limit is very low at 0.02%, so it's best to avoid drinking and driving altogether. In a nutshell, Norway's laws are designed to protect its people, wildlife, and stunning landscapes. So when you're enjoying everything this beautiful country has to offer, remember to respect the rules. After all, they're in place to ensure everyone has a safe and enjoyable experience. When it comes to laws, ignorance is definitely not bliss. Now let's explore the essence of Nordic culture. At the heart of Nordic culture is the sauna. More than just a place for relaxation and cleansing, the sauna is a social hub, a place for contemplation, and a symbol of hospitality. In fact, in Nordic countries, the number of saunas is said to outnumber cars. The ritual of sauna involves alternating between hot and cold, often followed by a refreshing plunge into a chilly lake, even in the dead of winter. It's a rejuvenating experience that's not to be missed when you're in this part of the world. Now let's talk about holidays and festivals. They're a big deal in the Nordics, often celebrated with gusto and unique traditions. Midsummer, for instance, is greeted with bonfires, singing and dancing around a maypole. Christmas, or Jul, is a cozy affair with hearty food, gift-giving, and the beloved Jul board or Christmas buffet. And let's not forget the National Day, celebrated on the 17th of May with children's parades, traditional costumes, and a whole lot of flags. These events offer a vibrant peek into the local culture and traditions. And of course, we can't discuss Nordic culture without mentioning their love for winter sports. Cross-country skiing is practically a national pastime in countries like Norway and Sweden. Whether for leisure, competition, or simply a means of transport, it's a sport that's deeply ingrained in the Nordic lifestyle. They also have a penchant for ice hockey, ski jumping, and biathlon, to name a few. These sports events are not only thrilling to watch, but also foster a sense of community and camaraderie among the locals. So there you have it. A glimpse into the rich tapestry of Nordic culture. Between the warmth of the sauna, the joyous celebrations of holidays, and the exhilarating thrill of winter sports, it's a culture that's as diverse as it is captivating. Embrace the Nordic culture and you'll feel right at home. Lastly, when in Norway, embracing the local cuisine is a must. It's an integral part of the Norwegian lifestyle and gives a fascinating insight into the country's culture and history. Let's start with the undeniable king of Norwegian cuisine, seafood. Norway's extensive coastline and cold, clear waters provide an abundance of fresh seafood that is unrivaled. Salmon, cod, herring, and shrimp are staples, often served in a variety of ways, from traditional dishes like rakfisk, fermented fish, to modern twists like sushi. And how could we forget the king crab? This colossal creature from the icy depths of the Barents Sea is a culinary delight not to be missed. But it's not just about seafood. Norway has a rich tradition of farming too. This is reflected in dishes like farikal, the national dish, which is a hearty stew of mutton and cabbage, or the famous brunost, a brown cheese with a sweet caramel-like flavor that's unlike anything you've tasted before. And let's not overlook the importance of bakeries in Norway. Breads, pastries, and cakes are baked fresh daily, often using traditional recipes handed down through generations. One must try is the skillingsboller, a type of cinnamon bun that's a favorite among locals. Now, any discussion of Norwegian cuisine would be incomplete without mentioning their love for coffee. Norway is one of the top coffee-consuming countries in the world, and the tradition of kaffepause, or coffee break, is deeply ingrained in the Norwegian way of life. It's a time to relax, socialize, and of course enjoy a cup of strong black coffee. But food in Norway is more than just sustenance. It's a social event, a time for family and friends to come together to share stories and create memories. Whether it's gathering around a pot of steaming rakfisk, celebrating a special occasion with a slice of blåtcake, or simply enjoying a quiet coffee break, each meal is an experience to be savored. Remember, food is the fastest way to a country's heart. So, when in Norway, don't just eat, feast. Feast on the flavors, the traditions, and the stories that each dish has to tell. The Norwegian table is a feast of culture, history, and most importantly, delicious food. And with that, we've covered the basics of what you can and can't do in Norway. Navigating through the land of the midnight sun, we've delved into the respect for the environment, a cornerstone of Norwegian life, and the right to roam. A unique concept that allows you to enjoy the country's breathtaking landscapes freely. We've also touched on Norwegian etiquettes, a culture that values humility, punctuality, and respect. We've explored the laws you should be aware of to ensure a hassle-free visit. We've taken a peek into the rich Nordic culture, a blend of tradition and modernity that is truly captivating. And let's not forget the Norwegian cuisine, a gastronomic journey that's as diverse as the country itself. If you've enjoyed this video about the do's and don'ts in Norway, why not give this video a thumbs up? Your likes guide us in creating content that you love. And if you're new here and you found value in this video, consider joining the family. Hit the subscribe button and the bell icon to ensure you never miss out on a new adventure.